Hey, welcome to the high maintenance hangar. Another week getting started here. Only about 2 weeks and Oshkosh will start. So like I said in the last video, if you see me, come slap me alongside the head and say, hey Bob. Hope to see you there and hope to see A26s. They're awesome machines. So last week we got this Wright engine basically ready to go with all of the safetying. We'll do more checks before we actually start. So now I've got to go over, close up the induction unit, those little corners with those teardrop covers, got to put those on. I have to reinstall that carburetor heater door, get that cable reinstalled, and then I can put the cowl flaps on and the exhaust on. And then what'll be left? What'll be left is the blast tubes for the generators, and then take a real good look in there and see what else we have to do. But we're getting close. All we need is money for gasoline. All right, let me go up and get this other side going. So I can't hold the camera and do the work to be able to film this. So a screw goes in here and tightens down this clamp, and it clamps onto the edge of this. And last week I was talking about the door to let warm air into the carburetor. This is it, and that's what it does when the pilot makes a command to put warm air to the carburetor. So I've got to hook that up on the other side. Right now I'm going to go ahead and get the expansion joint tube on this one exhaust, get it started, and then I can go ahead and get that exhaust onto here. By the way, I saw these two engines sitting on a trailer. I wonder what they were doing and where they were going. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Obviously, they're R2800s. And look to be off an A26. So yeah, just let me know what you think. I need a cameraman, somebody who can follow us around, film what we're doing. But I'll show you this after I get done tightening it down. Okay, there's that. I think we'll put the cowl flap on here first. It's a whole lot easier to do before the exhaust goes on. So let's get that on there. We can then open up the cowl flaps. We can rig the cowl flaps, and then I can put those exhausts on. So it's going to be a hot one this week. We're supposed to be in the hundreds by the end of the week. 97 today. It feels like it's 102. Anyway, I'm babbling. Let's get back to work. All right. First thing, getting some grease so that these are lubricated before we do anything else. Okay. Here's one. Look like it. Okay, now by braille I've got to get the cow flap operating link into the cow flap. I can get it in one side of it, I just can't get it through the hole. Okay. All right. Still got to safety the hinges, but I'm gonna have to rig this. Before we can do that, I need to get the other cow flap on so that we don't lose our rigging, our initial rigging. Because these jack shafts, if you operate the thing, that's just going to turn and it's not going to extend. So somebody either has to hold that shaft while it's being extended, which we might do, or we just get it hooked up and then open them up and we'll rig them. But right now I've got to get ready to put that cable in there, and I'm just wringing wet. I keep wiping off my forehead. So yeah, stand by. In classic Bob style, he left his camera at home, so sorry, this is on my phone. But I'm stuck up in here and behind the engine again. Doug and Steve's left, but they've been up in here putting this control cable back in here for the where's the other end of it? Up there, for the alternate carb air. Well, we get it installed here and it binds up. You can't move the control at all. We think we know what the problem is, but we're going to take it out, which is what I'm doing right now. Pulling it out. We'll get it removed and we'll get it over the bench, and I'll show you what we think is going on. Okay, well, so we've got this carb heat door control cable back out of the airplane. So this end appears to be very smooth, but it's got this, what appears to be a molded lead or some sort of pourable alloy to seal in this end. This end used to have it, but it came off in pieces. And if you look at the comparison between the left and right engine in these two pictures, they look like they're getting the same crunch. But this one works fine. Let's see, how can I show you this? This one works fine as long as it's not in the airplane. I'm catching, there's a shoulder in here. Let's see here. There's the shoulder in here that this catches on, but this appears to work fine out of the airplane. But you put it in the airplane, it locks right up. We can't move it. So I've been in touch with a couple of friends of mine. We may have access to a different cable. It's not going to be new, but Jan will do his magic on this thing, and when we receive it, then we'll try again, but that's going to be probably a couple of weeks. Now this device is the shimmy damper for the nose gear, and it was NOS, but it's leaking out of here. So we've got a new seal for this, and Jan will try to overhaul that by the weekend, and we can put that in next week. And Kenneth is over here. Sorry about the fan noise. It's hot in Utah. He's getting ready to do this diamond quilt for the walls inside the cabin. There's his pattern for the back wall. So anyway, pretty soon we're going to be able to fly this airplane. In the meantime, still going to Oshkosh. If you see me there, please come say hi. I'd like to meet you. That's about all I have for this week. If you got any value out of this, really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. And like and share. And if you've got any suggestions for us, please leave them in the comments. Thanks. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.